This PID describes the remineralization of desalted water in the limestone reactor to make it more stable and less corrosive. The process is controlled by a set of criteria such as alkalinity, hardness, pH, and LSI. This PID mainly consists of 5 parts. First, chlorination system, which is to purify the desalted water. Second, limestone reactor, where the remineralization reaction occurs. Third, CO2 dosing system, which is applied to accelerate the dissolution of CO2 gas into the influent. 4. NaOH dosing, which is to correct the mixture pH by injecting NaOH or H2SO4 before being discharged to the product tank. 5. Buffer and storage. Chlorination is a process that used by adding a measured amount of chlorine to water to produce sufficient residual to kill viruses, bacteria, to eliminate the possible waterborne disease such as dysentery and typhoid. In this PID diagram, chlorination system is applied to purify the desalted water before sending it to the limestone reactors. The chlorination system is mainly built by 3 control systems. The chlorination storage level is controlled by level meter and local level meter. The chlorination level of the second vessel is controlled by level meter. The chlorination dosing to some is controlled by local pressure meter. Each control system is monitored and compared to the set point to take corresponding action. Backwashing process is also built in chlorination system for the ease of reusing the filter media. Backwashing process is accompanied with pneumatic spring-loaded diaphragm type of valve to achieve self-recycling of the filter media to achieve smooth chlorination flow. Lastly, for the first chlorination storage vessel, the level meter can be deducted from 2 to 1 if the costing is too high.
CO2 dosing system is the system which used to control the pH level in water treatment system. As we know, carbon dioxide is acidity and it can lower high pH value of solution in a shorter time. CO2 gas is initially kept in a cartridge and its condition is controlled by level meter and temperature meter, while the flow rate of CO2 gas is controlled by the valves based on flow meter. In the process of CO2 injection, the gas passes through 2 isolation valves and a control valve. The system is dominated due to it can reduce the corrosion mixed by acid to the pipe and instrument. The air compressor also played a very important role in water treatment system. Air was fed via a control valve to reach the air compressor. The air compressor was built with a motor and controlled by a safety valve. The initial condition of the inlet air was tested by pressure, temperature, and the flow meter. The air compressor will compress the air until desired pressure and let the air passes through a knob until it reaches a control valve. A drainage valve was also built after the knob for backwashing purpose.
After the CO2 dosing and chlorination process, the water was being transferred towards the limestone reactor through the pipelines for the remineralization process. When the water passes through the tank, the reaction between CO2 and limestone will allow the water to regain the mineral ions. So from here, there are 2 critical processes will apply to increase the performance. They are the air scouring and backwashing process. Air scouring process is an essential process in water treatment because it effectively cleans out the water. The mechanism for this process comes from the compressed air that creates a vortex that travels through the pipe which removes sediments in water. To maximize the score rate, it is combined with the backwashing process. It is a process where fresh water stream was pumped from the bottom of the tank to reuse the filter media. As the water is simultaneously pumped through the media, it will eventually create a force that leaves the media to move along with the water and allow CO2 molecules to react with the media. At the same time, it also washes away the unwanted material. From the diagram, it can be noticed that nozzles below the media used are long stem nozzles. The reason is that short stem nozzle will use too much air and cannot ensure equal air distribution among the nozzles. Hence, the location, dimensions, and number of air holes and slots is another important factor in the design of the filter nozzle. For the process to work effectively, the air holes and the slots are specifically designed to suit the capacity of the backwash air supply.